What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Catacombs. So, uh, about a month ago, I had made a video called "Black Men, You Need to Make 50 to 60K a year, and 50K is the bare minimum." And a lot of that touched on a lot of points. You want to be useful, and if you actually want to date a woman at all, you do need something. You can't just come in a situation with absolutely nothing. Some men can. Some men absolutely have absolutely nothing. They don't have two nickels to rub together, but for whatever reason, they're getting some really, really gorgeous woman. They're able to get them in bed. They're able to live off of them, and that woman will tolerate it for however long however long she can tolerate, whatever. But most men don't have that luxury. Most men just don't. Okay, we have to have something. We have to have some type of resources, and I say that the bare minimum of 50K a year, especially in like Western countries, you got to have that. And if you're a black dude, it's even more imperative. Our women already don't respect us as much as we would like them to as it is. You don't want to be broke on top of that, and having money does benefit and benefit you in building your building your confidence. But today I want to talk about some other things too, other than just money. I mean, because even though money can definitely give you your confidence, and money can buy you things, money can give you a comfortable life. It, you do still have to develop yourself personally. You got to be well read. You got to be able to hold conversations in different areas, be able to hold conversations with different type of peoples, not just people in your community, but people outside your community, and in different types of arenas. You want to know something about the financial arena, like stocks or mutual funds and things like that. You don't need to be an expert, but you want to have a working knowledge. So if you go to a space and it just happens to be some accountant there, you can hold a bit of a conversation. You want to be able to do that. You don't want to always know about sports. And I know that was my thing coming up. I didn't know much about sports, but I could talk to you a bunch about like astrology. I can talk to you about space and things like that. I can talk to you about those things, but being a black kid at that time, it's still even now, it was considered really weird that I wasn't into sports. I didn't follow sports like that. I didn't know all the football players. I didn't watch football all the time. I didn't play Madden all the time, even though I did play Madden, but I wasn't all into it like that. I think Madden '03 was the game that I actually played any length of time when it comes to sports games. But then after that, I was like, whatever. You know, I think when it comes to black boys, we need to expand our interests, because I'm starting to believe that it's really holding us back. We're only into sports or only into music and things like that. I mean, those things are cool, but I mean, how many people are really, really successful in those areas? There's only a few Jay-Z's. There's only a few um, uh, Tom Brady's. There's only a few LeBrons. There's only a few of those guys, and not everybody's going to get to that level. And the vast majority of us is going to be at that, sub $100,000 level. But what you can offer the world is being useful and developing skills that are useful to the community around you, such as like blue collar worker, and because the blue collar workers, that's those skill sets actually keep a community going. They keep a city running, and it's overlooked. A lot of the glitz and glamour of life on TV, they always praising the white collar workers and stuff like that. But without the blue collar worker, my man, that white collar worker may not be able to get to the office. Without the blue collar worker, your internet ain't gonna work for the white collar worker. And but I understand why a lot of young men don't think of those types of blue collar work first. A lot, it's not glamorous, and the majority of the reason why men do the things that they do, why we dress the way we dress, why we, a lot of us like to keep a fresh cut, while we even trying to attain some type of some status or have resources and have a lot of money and stuff like that, so we can get women. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it real primal. Like, we are damn near everything that men do is to attract women. Okay. Unfortunately, in the black community, though, our women tend to be attracted to some really, really counterproductive men in our community, and the community suffers for it. So just as much as young black men need to focus on broadening their horizons and, you know, finding other interests and making other interests popular, we do need our women to broaden their horizons too, and the type of black men that they are attracted to. You know, you like what you like, but you got to be realistic at the same time and understand that everything that you like may not be what's good for you or in your best interest. But yeah, I just wanted to talk about that, man. Like, moral of the story is pick up a book or be on YouTube, but search out things that are actually feeding your intellect. You know, it's time that we start developing our, not just, you know, ways of making money, but developing our mental, and in some cases spiritual. You know, we gotta improve our intellect. We gotta improve intellect, financial situation, and our spiritual situation. It's just bad enough we got a bad rap as it is. We got a bad reputation. The world looks at us as athletes, entertainers, and criminals. And there are so many different types of black people out there that it's a shame that the only thing that the world really knows black people for, at least black people in the West, is for entertainment, athletics, and criminality. We gotta switch it up, man. And to get more respect, not just from the rest of the world, but for as far as get more respect between the sexes in the black community. I mean, like, let's keep it real. There's no reason why we shouldn't be getting along with black women. This is crazy. Like, we have to get along with each other in order to make a better community, so we can be looked at better around the world. Because the world doesn't have the greatest opinion of black people in the West. It just they don't, and we're not helping them by rewarding the most ridiculous behaviors that we were putting out there. Okay. So, like, yeah, my last video, it touched on a lot. The one I spoke on about needing to be making 50K. Yeah, that's a good start. But we also got to be focusing on our mental development, developing our intellect, broadening our interests, and just plain old self-improvement. And that goes for both black men and black women. There has to be some real improvement, and put down the damn social media, man. Because the social media will have you thinking that you need to have all kind of shit, and you really don't. And I think our women suffer the most when it comes to social media, man. Because y'all really be thinking that you need to have that type of lifestyle, and literally that person just took a trip, and that's probably their only trip for months or even a year or two down the line. But then again, you got some out there that will spend the bag, go into debt, all kind of foolishness to just take a trip because they're bored. You know, some just not being content and at all. And social media has definitely did a number on our women's psyche, and I hope we can get them out of that. But the best way to get them out of that is if we're strong men. And to be strong men, we got to be strong physically, mentally, spiritually, and damn sure financially. So, and the only way to do that is to start broadening our interests, start learning things that are absolutely necessary to be useful. And yeah, it's not always about the money. Money is a big deal with it, but you know, there's definitely other ways to be useful, and that's just learning new skills, man. So yeah, with that right there, I'm gonna go ahead and leave it there, and make sure y'all leave a comment. Like the video if you like the content. And yeah, man. Y'all be easy.